Hi everybody, welcome back. I want to give a quick talk today on perseverance. I think we maybe touched on it a little bit in the past, but today I'm going to bring it home for you guys in reference to the generational wealth and how to hang in there when times get tough and how there are rewards for persevering. We first bought this house back in August of 2020, and it was in a horrible shape. We put it back together again. We had some really bad problems with the sewer and with the plumbing and with the sewer, and we ended up replacing all of it from top to bottom. Tore the sewer out, permitted. Everything is permits. Everything is good to go. Anyway, we were still having issues with the sewer. Our bottom basement apartment, we kept getting water and toilet paper and God knows what else was coming up through the sewer system. We couldn't figure out what it was. We had some guys come in, Rooter came and they cleaned out everything sewer-wise, and we thought we were good to go. And we finally had a plumber come by and he put a scope down there in the sewer and through the toilet and through the clean out. And finally, a guy comes out and he says, Jerome, we're going to leave it alone. I don't see anything. The toilets are flushing fine. And I think this guy really just wanted to get out of here, to finish the job. He wanted to leave. So I insisted on him, putting the scope in there and doing all the clean outs. We have one over here, right near the apartment, near the building, and we have another one that's a little further out, right here in the front yard. So he was like, it's going to cost more. And I was like, look, let's just get this thing done. And what the guy finally did was, he complied, and his company's making more money. And he went ahead and he did what I asked. And he did the one clean out close to the house, and everything was clear there. And he's kind of rolling his eyes a little bit. And he, he didn't want to go through with it. And then he came around the front of the house and he got here at this clean out, and he says, there it is. He says, there it is. That's the problem. And when we could see on the camera, and he sent me the video, which I'm going to post up here. He sent me the video, and where you could see is where the city's cast iron piping, from a long time ago, linked up to the piping that we had here. There was a rubber gasket that the city had in there, and it was just partially up above the hole, above the sewer pipe. And when they put the two pipes together, and what had happened was, with that gasket right there, items that were going down from our house into the sewer would get caught up on there. So eventually we'd get it back up, and then it would back up into the house. This problem was probably going on for years. Even way before we bought the house, the other owner had went to great lengths to try to fix the problem, but it looked like he was kind of at his wit's end also, is what it appeared to me like. And in all likelihood, the big problem was that gasket that was back here. So we got with the city, and we called them up, and we had been on them for almost a year just to fix this sidewalk behind me, which was kind of tore up anyway. The city sent their guy out, and he came out, he put the camera down in the drain and saw exactly what it was, and was like, yeah, it is the city's fault, it is our fault. And they sent some guys out here like a day later. They tore the sidewalk up, and because they were tearing the sidewalk up, I called the sidewalk division of the city up and spoke to them, and I told them basically what I just told you. And the guy was like, I said, well, since they're going to tear the sidewalk up anyway, why don't you just have your guys come out here and repair the sidewalk, and then everything is perfect. The utilities department isn't going to come and fix the sewer and then do what they need to do to fix the sidewalk for you guys to have to come back out a few months later and tear it up. Why don't you just do everything together? You guys all work together. And before you know it, the guys were out here, they fixed the sewer, they did what they needed to do there. Then we ended up getting, the sidewalk guys came like a day or two later. They removed all the old concrete and old sidewalk material, put brand new stuff in, got the curbs together, and now it looks like this. And if you can see that, it's all really, really nice now. So they came out, they hooked us up, They did a terrific job for us. Hats off to the city of Winston-Salem and their streets division and their utilities division. Those guys and gals are top notch, and they really helped us out. How does this pertain to what we were just talking about? You and we have always talked in the past about your why, why it is that you're doing this thing, and how your why is going to be what you use and what you'll need to get you through times of adversity, because a lot of times this thing here, this real estate thing, is not for the weak hearted. You're going to have to really go through some things for things to work out well for you. So it worked out well for us to be able to persevere so that we can do the things we needed to do and to make things so that we could get where we needed to be. So persevering with the city for, like I said, it was probably almost a year to get that sidewalk repaired, and then once we found out the exact problem with the plumbing, to persevere talking to the plumber, the guy who we were paying, who didn't want to do that extra step to be able to help us out, which he did get paid for, so duh, what's the problem? But being able to persevere and do the things that you need to do so that you can get where you need to be. So that perseverance is super important. So if you can hang in there and you have that perseverance, you have a strong why, that's going to help you to get where you need to be. That's just my 2 cents. Thanks a lot for listening, and we hope to see you guys again here soon. Take care. Have a good one.